The silver eagle's that worldly coin today. The last 39 years have made it such. And during that time frame, there have been two coins made every year without fail, the Ankh and then the beautiful collector proof. But a number of years ago, the U.S. Mint changed that up a little bit. And that was one coin a year. And then in 2017, they shocked us, bringing out the San Francisco Mint for the first time since 1992. We loved it so much that in 2018, two silver eagles in proof were made. West Point early, San Francisco late. Well, guess what? Tonight, we finally accumulated enough to spend 5 or 6 minutes to talk about those crazy, rare S-mints that nobody seems to know where they are. Well, I know where they are. If you bought one, you're keeping it, right? Why would you want to give it up? It's the key coin of the year, period. We talked about it, uncirculated for collectors today still, but more so for bullion and or investment, IRAs, etc. It's the way to buy silver in the world, our silver eagle. But then the collector version is made, called the proof. And now we have a W made in January, February, and the San Francisco proof comes out later in the year, usually the third quarter, August, September, that time frame. The unique thing about it is the West Point, the first one out, is the popular brand. And for these 2 years, respectively, we had 411,000 and 375,000 W's made. Now, those W's today, in the same original government packaging, which looks identical to the ones you're looking at right here on our set, the only difference is the certificate says West Point, not San Francisco. You know what they want for those? $179 each. That's the market for proof silver eagles 18 and 19. Well, these are the San Franciscos. Significant difference, significantly rarer. The 2018 has a mintage of only 208,000. That's 200,000 less coins than the West Point. The 2019, 192,000, right? Almost 200,000 less than the West Point. So if the West Points are selling for $1.79 or more, the rarer San Franciscos are, well, tonight, this is our first time we've had them under 100, and I can't remember when. I know when they came out, they weren't under 100. But again, we have on a regular basis customer appreciation offers where we're going to bring out the best stuff at some of the market's craziest prices. And these are all about that. So the best, the proof, the rarest, the San Franciscos, and tonight, the best price. So let's take a step back and just talk about proof. Because proof is not a condition, it's actually a method of manufacture. It's how they do this. An uncirculated coin is struck once, regular dies, slap it and it goes, right? Great detail, good pressure. But the proof was made for collectors. And it goes back to the beginning of the U.S. Mint. But for the average citizen here in this country, it goes back to 1950, when they made available proof sets to the public for the first time. And then in the early 1980s, when they started making other special collectible coins in proof condition for us as well. And then the rest is just history. But proof is taking the two dies and polishing them. And then you take the piece of metal in the middle. In this case, it is a 1 ounce silver. 40.6 millimeters, 31.101 grams of silver, and they polish it. And then a regular coin is struck once. These are proofs they're struck twice. The pressure is enormous, but because of the techniques, you can see how they can now frost out the imagery. But that means that the polish they put on it goes to the open fields, and this looks like a deep mirror background, almost like the eagle and shield are floating on water. You can see yourself in it. That's a proof. It's the best, and it's made for collectors. Now, this series, the American Eagle program, dates back to 1986, right? When we introduced it, taking on the concept. Again, prior to that, it was who? Engelhardt that introduced the 1 ounce round in the United States for 2 years. The U.S. looked at it and said, people are buying these 1 ounce rounds. Why don't we make it legal tender like the other world governments have done? And boom, this was forged. But a proof has been part of that vernacular, part of it for us since day one. The only year they didn't make it was 2010. And we can't explain why. They just didn't. So there are, again, proofs. San Francisco's from 86 to 92. There are Philadelphia proofs from 93 to 2000. And since then, 2001 to the front has been West Point alone. Except in 2018, right here, where these two coins are, we started the trend of the second coin, the San Francisco issue. And every year without fail, if you look at the mintages over the last 5-6 years since they've been doing this, and they are going to do it again in 2024 here, the numbers are wow. 400, 500,000 is the regular area of West Point. And then usually it's about 200,000 San Franciscos. I know a lot of people that just wait till the San Francisco comes out later in the year. The only problem is you might miss out because, again, we know what happens when the U.S. Mint makes a big silver popular coin with less than 200,000 pieces. 2021, ring a bell? 175,000 Morgan dollars sold out in 3 to 5 minutes. Last year, 2023, they raised it to 275,000, and it still sold out almost instantly. We love our big silver, and we love value. And this one is everything all wrapped up into one. Everything. The biggest silver dollar ever, 40.6. It is our purest silver dollar ever. This is 0.9993. Remember, U.S. coins are U.S. coin silver. 0.900 fine. Not this one. And then the weight. The Morgan and Peace dollar of old were 27 grams of silver. 31.101 is a full ounce. Because it was a coin for circulation, they had to add some hardener, whole different story, whole different gambit. Things change. But tonight we have it, everybody. We have them here for only $99.95. Guys, let's put a 30-second clock up, please. Down to single digits, if you're with us. A lot of people are buying both, but that's what the your choice means. You don't have to. But the OGP, original government packaging, this is how they were put together. A beautiful jewelry box, the coin goes in it, certificate, state San Francisco, and then the box that carries it all. We're not talking about 170 to 180 for a coin that had 400,000 made. We're talking about the rarer version, which started in 2018 as the dual coin. So this is the first. And we're under 100. That's what they call the AVC way. Thanks for spending some time with us.